This is my Sword and Shield anime series, and in this video, we get the return of Lillie. That's not all, as we also get the introduction of Calyrex. How are these two stories tied together? Find out right now and subscribe for more episodes. Episode 117. The group heads to Freezington and reunites with Peonia. Peony is thrilled to see his daughter again, and asks her to join the legendary quest. After hearing about their adventures from Ash, Hop, and Gloria, she reluctantly agrees. Before joining, however, she needs to complete her first task of collecting Galarica twigs for a Galarica wreath. The wreath is intended for none other than Avery, who plans to evolve his Slowpoke. Him and Gloria get into their usual banter, and then Gloria decides to help him in order to face him in a battle afterwards. After finding the twigs, Peonia creates the wreath, and Avery evolves his Slowpoke into Galarian Slowking. Gloria proposes they have a Dynamax battle, so they locate a nearby den and have a one-on-one battle between Drizzle and Slowking. Drizzle starts with Water Gun, while Slowking readies its Sludge Wave. Drizzle dodges the attack with Mist, and continuously flips across the battlefield with U-turn, making it difficult for Slowking to locate it. Eventually, Slowking lands a hit with the Shadow Ball, but Drizzle retaliates with Water Pulse. Avery unleashes a barrage of Sludge Waves though, nearly defeating Drizzle. Determined to not disappoint Gloria again, Drizzle gathers its strength and evolves into Inteleon. Gloria commands it to use its new move Snipe Shot to push back Slowking. She then Dynamaxes and reveals G-Max Inteleon. Avery follows suit, Dynamaxing his Slowking. An intense exchange of Dynamax moves ensue, culminating in Inteleon's devastating G-Max Hydro Snipe defeating Slowking for the win. Avery's upset about his loss, but also can't help but be impressed as well. He makes a snarky comment about not using his full power before leaving in embarrassment. The episode ends with the group continuing their travels. Meanwhile, at the same time, the Aether family are making their arrival in the Crown Tundra. Episode 118. The group are caught in another snowstorm and are having trouble with directions. However, Ash sees a silhouette that creates a path of flowers leading them to Freezington. They take shelter and Ash tells everyone about the mysterious Pokemon he saw. Peony believes it could be the king of Bountiful Harvest, so the next day they search around town for hints about the possible legendary. Meanwhile, the Aether family arrives at Freezington as well, hoping to reunite with Mon with the help of Magearna. Back to Ash and the group, although not many people believe in the king of Bountiful Harvest, the group discovers a clue. A man was seen with a mysterious Pokemon on the outskirts of town. They head in that direction and unexpectedly meet the Aether family. Ash introduces his friends to one another. He explains how they're looking for a legendary Pokemon, while Lillie explains that they're looking for her father. They then decide to travel together, as there might be a connection between their goals. They eventually reach a cabin and find a man. It's Mon. The Aether family are overwhelmed with joy and run in for a hug. However, something's wrong. Mon doesn't recognize them. The Aether family is now confused and heartbroken. Mon has no idea what's going on, but still invites them into his cabin in order to help. They explain the situation to him, but Mon believes that they've mistaken him for someone else. He has no memory of his family. Just then, Ash spots a Pokemon outside the window that matches the silhouette of the one who saved them. He believes that this is the king of Bountiful Harvest. Mon introduced the Pokemon as Calyrex. He doesn't quite remember how they met, but they've been friends for as long as he can remember. Suddenly, Calyrex possesses Mon to communicate with everyone, and reveals that he is in fact the king of Bountiful Harvest. Over time, humans stop believing in him, causing him to lose his powers. However, thanks to Ash and Peony believing in him, he's regained some of his strength, which is why he can communicate with them right now. He explains how he met Mon after he fell from an Ultra Wormhole and was being attacked by a Nihilego. Using the little power he had, Calyrex saved Mon, and they've been friends ever since. However, Mon has no memory from before the Ultra Wormhole incident. The Aether family thanks Calyrex for protecting Mon, but remains saddened by his memory loss. Calyrex offers good news, however. He can restore Mon's memory once he regains his full power. Episode 119. Calyrex seeks to regain its full power, but needs to reunite with his trusty steed Pokemon, Glastrier and Spectrier. To attract them, he must grow their favorite food, special carrots only he can produce. Lillie manages to obtain carrot seeds, and together they plant the first one. Calyrex does a little dance, and the Ice Root carrot emerges. Ash, Hop, Gladion, and Peony stay behind to watch for Glastrier, while Gloria, Lillie, and Lusamine continue with Calyrex and Mon to plant the Shade Root carrot. Peonia joins them as well to avoid being with Peony. As they continue their journey, Lillie curiously asks Peonia about her feelings towards her father. Peonia opens up, describing Peony as overbearing, which annoys and overwhelms her. Lillie chuckles and suggests that he doesn't seem all that bad. She expresses her own longing for those experiences, as she missed them with her own father since she was only a baby when he disappeared. That's why she's determined to restore his memories, and pledges to do everything in her power to do so. Peonia is moved by Lillie's words, leading her to recognize her own ungratefulness towards her own father. Shortly after planting the Shade Root carrot, the legendary Spectrier appears. Calyrex is not strong enough to tame it on its own though, and Spectrier flees. Calyrex asks the girls to help him to stop Spectrier, as it's a danger to Freezington. Lusamine stays behind with Mon, who is unaware of the situation. In the town, Gloria comes up with a plan to corner Spectrier, using Inteleon as a sniper to limit its movements. They find Spectrier, and the tough battle begins. Spectrier gives Lillie a hard time, but Peonia supports her, and they fight together. The battle is coming down to the wire, so Gloria calls down Inteleon and uses Snipe Shot, while Snowy uses Hail. Spectrier retaliates with Shadow Ball, but Peonia's Tyrantrum counters with Stone Edge. Lillie then protects the team with Aurora Veil. Spectrier attempts to use Phantom Force, but Tyrantrum lends Crunch. Snowy's Aurora Beam weakens Spectrier further, and then Inteleon uses Mist to hide everyone. Tyrantrum successfully lands a powerful Dragon Claw, knocking down Spectrier. And just before it can escape with Phantom Force, Gloria launches an Ultra Ball with Inteleon's Snipe Shot, capturing Spectrier, Gloria's first legendary Pokemon. Episode 120. After capturing Spectrier, Gloria offers it to Calyrex to help it power up. However, Calyrex cannot fully tame Spectrier without the Reins of Unity, which are made by weaving Spectrier's mane and a special petal from Calyrex. Luckily, Peonia has just the weaving skills needed, so she gets to work on making them. Meanwhile, as the guys continue their wait, Ash and Gladion catch up on their travels, and eventually, Glastrier appears. Pikachu tries to trap it with Electro Web, but Glastrier dodges and flees. To prevent losing track of it, Ash sends Corviknight to follow. Glastrier eventually reaches the Crown Shrine to rest, and with Corviknight's help, the boys locate it and corner it into a battle. Glastrier uses Icicle Crash, attacking everyone but Pikachu, who dodges and retaliates with Thunderbolt. Hop's double follows with a Zen Headbutt, aiming for Glastrier's head. However, Glastrier withstands the hit, and counters with a powerful Blizzard. Gladion turns Sylvella into a Steel type, and then strikes with Multi-Attack, doing big damage. Peony's Aggron joins the fray, using Stone Edge to hit Glastrier. Glastrier then responds with Thrash, attacking everyone around it. Ash quickly commands Pikachu to use Electro Web, trapping Glastrier. Hop and Gladion take advantage of the opening and use a combined Reversal and Crush Claw attack, hitting it with incredible force. However, Glastrier is not done yet. It breaks free from Electro Web and uses Double Edge, hitting them both hard. Peony's Aggron takes this chance to strike with Crunch. The battle rages on, with each side exchanging powerful blows. But in the end, Glastier's immense strength and icy powers prove to be too formidable. But just then Calyrex appears, using the Reins of Unity to command Spectrier, and defeats Glastrier with a powerful Astral Barrage. Shortly after, the girls arrive, and Lillie and Gloria help heal Glastrier. Once it regains its strength, Calyrex will use its Reins on it as well to reach its full power and restore Mon's memories. Meanwhile, back at Hammerlock, Rose and Oleana finally begin their experiments with the Eternatus Meteorite Wishing Stars. The immense power triggers a different reaction this time, causing power spots all across the Galar region to erupt with Dynamax energy. Back at the Crown Shrine, Glastrier is all healed up, and just before Calyrex can unite with it, he stops and senses that the Crown Tundra is in danger. The effects of Rose's experiments have even reached here, causing a wild Regigigas to go on a Dynamax rampage. Episode 121. In the midst of the chaos caused by Dynamax Regigigas, Glastrier panics and flees, leaving Calyrex to call upon everyone's help once again. Regigigas is trampling everything in its path, and is moving towards Freezington, where Lusamine and Mon are at. Their lives along with everyone else in town is in danger, so the group must prevent Regigigas from reaching there. Calyrex apologizes to Lillie and Gladion, and vows to protect their family. Gladion is angry and wants to head to Freezington, but Lillie persuades him, telling him that they won't make it in time and should focus on stopping Regigigas first. Together, they head towards the towering threat, with Ash and Gloria arriving first thanks to their flying Pokemon. Pikachu tries to strike with a powerful Thunderbolt, but the Regigigas is unfazed and counters with Max Strike. Gloria decides to Gigantamax her Eevee to even the odds, while Ash continues attacking from above. However, Regigigas proves to be too formidable, shrugging off their assault and retaliating with powerful Max moves. Eevee is defeated, and now Gloria is about to be hit by a Max Quake, but Hop's Dynamax Surf Edge shields her. With Hop's team on the offensive, Ash swoops in to rescue Gloria and regroup with the others. They eventually come up with a plan. Ash sends Rillaboom and Urshifu, along with Gladion Silvally and Peony's Copperajah to grab Regigigas' legs, while the rest try to knock it down with their attacks. Hop's Surf Edge is defeated, so Peony Dynamaxes his Aggron to continue their assault. The Dynamax Pokemon trade blows, but Regigigas shows its dominance by easily crushing it with Max Rockfall. Peony protects Peonia from the debris, but gets knocked out as a result. Regigigas then uses Max Quake to wipe everyone out. Peonia decides to stay behind to protect her injured father, so now Ash is leading the charge. He decides to take Regigigas head on by Gigantamaxing his Rillaboom, and uses G-Max Drum Solo to hold it back. Meanwhile, Calyrex eventually finds Glastrier, and uses its reins to fully sync itself with both steeds. Calyrex is now at full power, and even gains extra sight through Glastrier and Spectrier. Back in the battle, Regigigas is almost approaching Mon's cabin, so Lillie and Gladion decide to use their Z moves as a last resort. Snowy uses Sub-Zero Slammer, and Lycanroc uses Devastating Drake. The combined Z moves along with Magearna's Floor Cannon is enough to knock Regigigas down, and the group all celebrate. It wasn't enough to defeat it though, and Regigigas wipes everyone out with Max Quake, with Ash as the last one standing. With all of its might, Pikachu counters Max Strike with Thunderbolt, and he even erupts in a powerful aura. But it's still not enough, and they're shot out of the sky. Calyrex intervenes however, and uses its psychic powers to rescue Ash and transport everyone safely. As a former king of Galar, Calyrex refuses to let Regigigas bring further harm to the region. Calyrex then gathers energy and Dynamaxes itself to use Max Overgrowth. Regigigas counters with Max Mindstorm, but Calyrex is stronger. Regigigas tries Max Knuckle, but Spectre blocks it. Tyrantrum and Copperajah then appear from behind, so the steeds push Regigigas back, tripping it over. Calyrex then uses that chance to defeat Regigigas with a Max Hailstorm. Regigigas then goes back to normal and retreats into the mountains. The group reunites with Mon and Lusamine. Calyrex then restores Mon's memories using its psychic powers. Mon's memories come flooding back in, and he apologizes for worrying his family. They're just happy to finally have him back, and they share a heartwarming hug. Peonia uses this chance to reconcile with her father, and decides she wants to go on a journey with him, which makes Peony cry tears of joy. Mon thanks Calyrex, while Calyrex thanks Mon for their friendship. And now with its powers restored, Calyrex will go back to protecting the Crown Tundra. The episode ends with the Aether family returning to Alola, Peony and Peonia embarking on a new adventure, and Ash, Hop, and Gloria preparing to depart for the Galar League. Meanwhile, back at Hammerlock, Rose is elated. The Meteorite Wishing Stars proved to be more effective than he anticipated, meaning it is almost time to unleash the darkest day.